The railway journey. Gaurav and Karan were going to spend a week with their friend Ankit in Chennai. Both their families had come to see off the boys at the station. Karan's dog Moti was excited. He knew something was going on because everyone was talking to him and stroking him. Moti was also going to Chennai. Gaurav's father looked down the platform and saw the guard take out his green flag. He said, "Now boys, go inside the train." Karan's father gave Karan a big hug and said, "Ankit's father will meet you at the central station. Be careful and don't do anything foolish." "Goodbye, boys." And Karan's mother said, "Do not stand near the door and do not put your hands out of the windows." Even Gaurav's younger sister had some advice for the boys. "Look after your money," she said, and pointed to the small purse that Karan had in his shirt pocket. The guard blew his whistle. Slowly the train began to move. Everyone waved. The boys spread their sheets on the bunks. Karan had a lower bunk, and Gaurav had the one above him. The other two passengers, a fat man and a fat woman, began to get ready for the night. They did not complain about Moti. Moti curled up on the bottom of Karan's bunk and lay there wagging his tail. Soon the train rushed through the night. The boys ate their food by open window and enjoyed the cool wind blowing into the compartment. They watched the lights of the car through the distance. Sometimes the train slowed down as it rumbled over a long bridge. Sometimes it passed through a small town. At 11 o'clock the boys were feeling quite sleepy. The fat man and his wife were fast asleep already. The brakes screeched and the train came to a stop at a small station. Karan settled his head in the pillow and pushed the sheet away from him. Then he heard Moti growl and he opened his eyes. There was a hand right in front of Karan's face. The hand went straight to his pocket and came out with his purse. Moti barked loudly and jumped towards the window. Karan kept up shouting, "Thief! Stop thief!" Gaurav sat up. The fat man snored. His wife grunted and turned over. Karan and Moti ran to the door. Karan opened the door and Moti ran off after the man. Karan saw the man climb over some railing at the end of the platform. Karan was running after the man. When he heard the whistle, he turned round. The train was leaving the station without him. The train picked up speed and disappeared into the darkness. The station master and some other men came running. "What happened?" asked the station master. Karan quickly explained. Just then they heard a cry from the railway yard. They all jumped over the railings into the yard. The cries from the darkness grew louder. "Over there near the wall!" shouted one of the men. They ran towards the wall and found a man standing there. Moti was standing in front of him, growling and snarling and looking very dangerous. Moti had a piece of man's trouser in his mouth. In the man's hand there was a Karan's purse. "Well done, Moti," cried Karan. "You have caught the thief." Moti stopped growling and began to wag his tail. He jumped up and tried to lick Karan's face. Two of the men caught hold of the thief and marched him off to the station master's office. One of the men gave Karan his purse. Karan was delighted, but then he remembered the train. "What shall I do now?" he asked. "My friend Gaurav is in the train, and it has left without me." The station master said, "Don't worry, my boy. You come with me." So Karan followed him. When they got back to the platform, the train was there, and there was a Gaurav standing on the platform with a large group of people around him. Karan ran up to him. "Gaurav, Gaurav," he shouted. "I thought the train had left without me." "I pulled the chain to stop the train," said Gaurav. The engine driver brought the train back. The boys got into the train. All the other passengers got in too. Soon they were off. "What an exciting story. We will have to tell Ankit," said Karan, as the train rattled on through the night.